we need to write about a SUSAR. What? SUGA? No, SUSAR. Suspected unexpected serious adverse reaction. Well, SUSAR is indeed no sugar to pharmaceutical company. Medical writer needs to understand about statistics, scientific language, as well as all the clinical data points that they are writing about before they can call themselves a good writer, because you can't write what you don't understand. Safety data is a really essential part of a clinical report. I like to walk you through a few jargon that I've learned that is going to help your next medical writing project. In pharma, we do speak a different language. So before we go through everything in one video, let's honor the dictionary, the MedDRA dictionary. Medical Dictionary for Regulatory Activities is an internationally used set of terms relating to medical conditions, medicines, and medical devices. So when testing for the first time a drug on a patient, all the safety information need to be reported using this language. When evaluating a new drug, efficacy and safety data are both considered. For example, if you have a really effective drug helping you overcome headache, however, it's going to make you have diarrhea, this may not be preferable after all. Efficacy of a drug curing cancer, a little bit of nauseous and diarrhea may be acceptable as safety risk. Let's get to the safety jargon. An adverse event is any untoward medical occurrence in a patient or clinical investigation subject administered a pharmaceutical product which does not necessarily have to have a causal relationship with this treatment. Meaning, this is just to make sure we document everything that happened during a clinical trial. Now, the word reaction itself have an implication that it is a causal relationship between a medicinal product and an adverse event. And that is why when you are entering medical writing, you might get confused whether you should write it as event or reaction. But know that when you say reaction, it means it's caused by the product. The problem of using the old term side effect is because it's been used in various ways in the past, usually to describe negative effect, but also positive effect. It's recommended that we should replace this word with adverse reaction or adverse event. A lot of writers will confuse the term serious and severe adverse event. The term severe is often used to describe the intensity of a specific event, like mild, moderate, severe myocardial infarction. The event itself may be of relatively minor medical significance, such as severe headache can be insignificant medically, but if you have a mild myocardial infarction, it could be categorized as a serious event. Serious adverse event results in death or is life-threatening. Medical and scientific judgment has to be exercised to decide whether they are serious or not. Serious adverse events serve as a guide for regulatory reporting. For example, regulatory agencies like FDA, EMA, they look into events to understand immediately if this is serious or not. So serious is the ring word for them. And lastly, expectedness of an adverse reaction. Depending on how the disease progression for that patient's group, they may have certain events that is expected and serious, like a cancer patient that is going through a lot of different symptoms. The trials are just going to document whether or not these serious events are going to be unexpectedly higher occurrences. When an adverse event is unexpected, the patient's safety is the key. So even we need to break the rule of blinding of a clinical trial, safety of the patient often comes first, and there is a regulatory rule to report this during a short time period. And from my introduction joke about SUSAR, suspected unexpected serious adverse reaction, there is an obligation within 15 calendar days, the pharmaceutical company need to report to the competent authority, meaning the national agency that approved the trial. There is a legal obligation whenever an adverse reaction is reported. To wrap up, adverse event is the unit that measures the safety data of a clinical trial. An adverse event can be of different severity, meaning just the intensity of that event, but it may or may not be serious, which is a regulatory label to the drug company. Maybe they have to report it, maybe they have to write a special section about it. An adverse event can be expected or unexpected. And as a medical writer, depending on which department and what type of document you're writing, having this concept in mind is very important, and that will help your next writing project. To learn more, check out this ICH topic E2A guideline on clinical safety data management. I think it will help you get familiarized with all the jargon in medical writing. Lastly, every patient will show up as just a number on the report. So as a medical writer, I always remind myself they are not just a number, these are lives, patients' lives. They have taken the risk of a clinical trial to give us this number. So if you are doing QC, feeling tired, your eyes are teary, remember that every number is our honor to check. If you're interested in a medical writing career, I hope you find this video helpful. I'm Vera Chan, and a part of this collaborative effort with Vicky and Rina. We're going to teach the Becoming a Medical Writer course, focusing firstly on MedCom, medical communication. If you're interested in becoming a medical writer, do check it out, and it expires quite soon, so I hope this is a timely video for you to go there.